The match is now restarting so that we can actually get underway with this matchup between SemperX and Brutality. Very interesting matchup as the star player of Brutality is actually now on SemperX. So here we go. We're starting off with a pause. Not quite sure what that is about. Probably a technical issue. Let's see how this goes. I really like how all of the players on Brutality actually have what kind of system they're playing on next to their name. I don't know if that's a sponsorship deal or anything like that, or if it has anything to do with the fact that this is a Republic of Gamers tournament. Freeze time has been cancelled, so we will see the match go underway. We're seeing a pretty standard buy from both sides with the 4 Kevlars and the defuse kit, 2 flashes on the CT side, and a bunch of flashbangs, a couple decoys, and a smoke grenade on the terrorist side. We are going to see those grenades be used right off the bat. Throw off a couple of decoys, a boost onto red and garage. Venom's gonna drop down, not find anybody under vent, but he is ready for a push. Kappa waiting for someone to push him in B main, but nobody is going to fall for it. Actually, one crosses by, but he doesn't even shoot. Kappa is ready for them to push out, but it will not happen. Pexer will take out Kappa, but Fox will get the trade. And Venom taking out Foxy King. It is now just a 3v4, just a few seconds into the round. The bomb is now down on the B bomb site. And Impale looking for a kill, not actually going to find any, but Juventa will take him out very easily. With still 69 HP remaining after that long pistol duel. It is now up to just Forsaken and Buster versus 4. Now it is just Buster. He gets 1, but he will not find another. Pexer will get 2 to finish off the round, bringing 1 round on the board for Brutality, which means also probably a 2nd and 3rd round before the full buys start coming in. This is a very interesting matchup. This is a very interesting tournament. This is a qualifier for the ROG Masters South Asia Regional Finals. This is the 2nd qualifier. The first one actually just had 2 teams playing it, and the losing team went on to this qualifier. My goodness. The decoy grenade. I'm not quite sure why the decoys are being thrown so frequently here. Missing opportunities for fake flashes. Maybe they're just buying them as a joke. We're actually already seeing an AK and a Galil on Brutality. This is a very interesting 2nd round. Buying an AK is never the safest strategy, but if they play from a distance, they could win this round without a hitch. Was will take out Fox. Oh my goodness, and Kappa just barely gets that 5-7 spray on Was. Will be taken out by Rix in the end, however. The terrorists now have the bomb site, and bomb is actually going down as Impale peeks out with that deagle. Not going to find anybody. Will get lit for 80, however. Now just a 3v4 counter terrorist in a post plant situation, but Buster with just 3 HP, probably not going to find much success from that player. Forsaken now down to 74. Ooh, but Forsaken takes out Venom with the CZ. It's now just a 3v3. Oh. But Pexer gonna peek out on a Forsaken. Impale's gonna have to save this deagle and armor if he can. This is going to be a 2nd round on the board for Brutality, nevertheless. UMP is not being traded for that Galil yet, which is very interesting to see. All of the terrorists will take damage from the bomb, but in the end, they still have their lives and their guns. 2 AKs now. We're not even going to see a force around that deagle. At least I don't expect that, as if they were to do that and lose the round, they would not be able to buy in the following rounds. It would be a very amateur move to do that. A couple of UMPs, 3 UMPs in fact, and 2 AK-47s. Very strange for a round 3 buy, but Brutality is in fact very brutal. One of the top tier Indian teams. Buster's gonna catch one on top of Hut, but not even shoot at him as to not give away his position. Ooh, an Impale Ding Dong Domes Venom. Will find the spray onto Impale. A very easy trade for him. Ooh, and Was also taking out Kappa. Hexer and was absolutely demolishing everybody on the B bomb site. It is now just Forsaken with the USP versus the world. He doesn't have any armor. He has nothing to lose here. Probably gonna try the retake. May try to play for exits. He's gonna die nonetheless. But that's what he needs to do so that he can have all of the money going into the next round. Of course, he will get money no matter what, but doesn't even matter. Was is looking all over for him, trying to get up to that 4K, which would be very impressive, although not as impressive considering this is an anti-eco round. SemperX is actually kind of a star team, kind of a phase just for India, just within that region. Was will finish off the round on Forsaken, but we knew that was coming anyway. All of the teams from SemperX are from previous popular Indian teams, including Impale used to actually be the star player for SemperX before making the move. To SemperX from Brutality, excuse me. We are now seeing the first buy round. It's not going to be a full buy as Buster on that UMP. He is actually going to opt in for the defuse kit, which someone has to. We're still just seeing 3 AKs, 2 UMPs from the terrorist side. Juventa already down to just 67 HP. Ooh, but Fox gets lit down to 50. Between the spray and the Molotov, he's going to have to fall back towards the B bomb site. Watching that smoke, hoping someone peeks him. Nobody will. You will fall into a very safe position. Buster waiting for another peek as well. Very patiently played CT. That sound will in fact give away his position, which is not what he was hoping for. But Impale, he's ready for someone to peek at him and get the trade. Or maybe even not even have to trade. He may get the original kill. In fact, Impale will open up vent for Buster to fall through. But there is a boost happening right outside of A main. They look for Impale, knowing that someone's there, but they're not actually going to find him. Impale is all the way rotated, and will actually rotate back now. Oh my goodness! And Impale and Buster take out Rix and Pexer. Venom will get the trade onto Buster, and Impale will get another trade onto Venom. It is now just a 2v4 in the 4th round of this game. First round of the qualifier. ROG Masters. India qualifier number 2. Was trying to get a spray. He gets a little bit of damage through the wall, but none to really be significant. Ooh, and Fox gets a spray onto Juventa, who was getting the trade, but Kappa finishing off the round. It is now 1-3. SemperX gets the first round on the board. The Indian Wonder Boys. Hopefully they can pull this around. End up with the half, as they are on the CT side. They really need to do well this half, but we are so early on in this game, it's actually impossible to know how well either teams are going to perform for the rest of the game, with just 4 rounds being played. The 5th round now underway. Impale with that smoke grenade, going to smoke off Garage and fall back to White Box, which you'd expect to do with an AK-47. Holding that Z angle, very dangerous. Buster holding directly under drop, which he was also doing last round and was actually caught out from that Molotov and that sound cue. It's going to be some shots hit through the wall, but he can't get no satisfaction and is not going to find a single kill. In fact, not even going to do any damage. Forsaken, looking for Was to peek out of A main. Not going to do it quite yet, but here he comes. The smoke going out. Q's being called. The rotates coming in. All 5 of them are ready for the execute. Ooh, and the failed Molotov. Oh my goodness. And the spray down comes through. There's now just a 2. Oh my goodness. Impale and Forsaken have completely taken out every single terrorist so quickly in that round, despite the fact of it being an anti-eco. Now 2-3 in favor of Brutality, but SemperX, we've got 2 rounds on the board. Here we go. We are seeing a timeout from SemperX. Don't know if this is technical, don't know if this is tactical. We will find out. This map was chosen by Brutality through the veto system. I believe they are using the new veto system that was introduced at the PGL Major Krakow. This is the first match of the ROG Masters 2017 India Qualifier. Well, the second Indian Qualifier. The first one doesn't really count, in my opinion, as a qualifier. It's just one team versus one team. Loser goes to the second qualifier and then has to fight their way to get their spot in the ROG Masters South Asia Regional Finals. The previous qualifier was actually just Eternal versus JMD. JMD actually did not win that, unfortunately, is now in the second qualifier, but they still have a chance to win out and go to the finals. Some interesting stats about these players is that Brutality is actually a very old team with 3 players being over the age of 25, but is 27, Rix is 28, and Juventa is 30, which is pretty old for a CSGO player. However, Doja is also 30, and he just won a major, so I guess there's nothing really there. It's interesting that SemperX have called this timeout to break their own momentum. Must have been tactical. I don't understand why else they would do this unless they have something very tricky up their sleeves. They might, in fact, be hyping up this next round, scaring Brutality, making them shake in their boots, as they are the terrorists. They are, in fact, wearing boots. The pause has now ended. We are going to see this round start very quickly here. Interesting buys coming from both teams. Couple Tech 9s, 3 P250s on the Terror side. Only 2 players with armor, with Juventa with the head armor. We are seeing a fairly standard buy around that AK and those M4s with the UMP and FAMAS. Probably going to be another very easy round for SemperX. Very quick as well. Flashbang into A main, but no pushes quite yet, as Forsaken is back towards quad behind default. He is waiting for a flash, a smoke, or anything, and he hears it. He has called the rotation, falls back behind default, will throw the Molotov. Very smart play from Forsaken. He has saved himself, and will actually pick up 2 before being taken out by Juventa, who will eventually be traded by Impale, and Impale will finish off the round on Rix. A very fast round for SemperX. Minimal loss as well, as Forsaken is the only member of SemperX that fell, but he actually got 2 kills, so his economy is not too shabby after that. Seeing a lot of weapon trading going on in the counter-terrorist spawn, but that is to be expected. This is closest to the full buy that we are expecting to see in the 7th round of play. Venom will take out Buster. Oh, and a failed Molotov. Excuse me, that wasn't failed. It was Molotov after Molotov, and they both happen to land in the same general position. Kappa will fall back to the back of the B bomb site with that AWP. Gonna look for somebody to pick him out. Checkers, but Fox will molly it off. Not gonna happen. A lot of smokes lined up in B main. That might be enough to call for a rotate. At least that is what Brutality is hoping happens. They start to rotate more towards mid. Rix actually going towards Squeaky, falling back to A main. There's going to be a boost play here. You're seeing a massive stack of terrorists over on boost. Forsaken, ready at MBK, ready for the push. Pale with just 11 HP throws out the smoke B main. What a waste though, however, there's no way he can know that. These terrorists are ready. They are ready to just throw themselves towards a bomb site. And they are now taking mid control. They have all of mid available. And peeks out, not going to find anybody. There's only one player on the A bomb site representing SemperX, and he will actually take out Venom, but will be taken out by Rix. It's going to have to be a retake for SemperX. Penta with the bomb, actually going to play this really smart, going to go towards the B bomb site. However, he does make noise and will be taken out by Kappa. How unfortunate is that? The pause being called. two of the players on Brutality have left. One is back. I am actually curious as to what happened. Did a player have to leave? Did a player's computer stop working? Are they replacing a player? It's just very weird to see two players leave at the exact same time. Interested to see what happens. Very interested indeed. As this is very clearly a technical timeout. Really interested to see what's wrong, or to see who shows up if a player in fact did leave. We will find out shortly. Okay. More players leaving from Brutality. We're having some computer mishaps per chance here. Interesting. Very, very interesting. The Pexer joined back. They're still missing one. Really intriguing. Really. Let's see here. If we look towards T-spawn, okay, we have the whole gang back now. Let's see how this next round is going to go. They are voting to cancel. The pause time was in fact technical. Let's see what happens. Going into the 8th round of play. SemperX now up by 1 after losing 3 rounds in a row, but winning 4. Are going to see that AWP once again on Kappa. Vying for his teammate. Very generous. We're seeing AKs, M4s in, and AWP. Full buys all around for SemperX. The situation is not looking nearly as good for Brutality, however, as the entire team is having to force around Rix's AK. Tech 9 armor. Head armor on Venom. Not gonna matter very much. Alright. Hale has already flashed, so he's going to check. Will not find anybody. Forsaken gets 1, but will not find 2. Impale will, however, get the trade. Pexer and Juventa have fallen. Impale trying to get the spray. Not going to find Venom through that smoke. Rix will take out Buster. The bomb tried to go down, but Impale will stop that with a crouch walking spray down, turning Rix into a block of Swiss cheese. And Impale will take off Venom's head, finishing the round. 5-3. Another quick round. We weren't expecting very much from that, however, as it was 4 Tech 9s and an AK versus an AK, M4s, and an AWP. 5-3. SemperX have that momentum going for them that they may need to win this half and this game as a whole. Now that we're about 10 rounds in, we can actually start to see how this game is going to be played from both teams. Very passive play from the counter terrace, which is expected, which is very good to see. Trying to shoot through smoke, trying to find one under Shroud. Not going to find anybody, however. Kappa peeks into B main very slowly. He's going to get hit from Sunroom, not being able to trade off that damage. Kappa pushes through the molly and will be sprayed down by Pexer. That is the AWP down from SemperX. That is absolutely imperative for Brutality winning this round and taking B main control. Fox trying to throw that pop flash. It will pop in time, but he won't be able to push out very far because of that Molotov. Ooh, an Impale taken out was in Sunroom. What was. That is a sentence that shall never be repeated. Buster takes out 2 with that UMP. Now just a 4v2. Really important that they get some frags here, and Juventa does exactly that before getting trade, but Rix will get yet another trade on Foxy King. It is now just 2v1. Rix can win this. It will be very difficult. However, Impale is just on 34 HP. Forsaken on 100 without head armor. No, it does not matter. Forsaken will spray down Rix. Bringing a 6th round on the board for SemperX. More than likely winning them the half at this point, as Brutality is not going to have very much money. That was their buy round. They have, in fact, lost 6 rounds in a row at this point. Going into the 10th round of play, we're going to see them force with all of their might. They are not going out without a fight. We are seeing, however, another full buy round from SemperX. 2 AK-47s, 2 M4A4s. Smoke going down in a main. Flashbang as well. Not going to peek it. Just going to startle them off. Stopping a very fast play from the terrorist. Oh, and Buster gets knocked in the noggin from Rix on top of Boost. They know that they have mid control now. They're not going to quite capitalize on it as quickly as you may think. Hexer's looking around for anybody to kill, but he will not find any frags at the moment. Gonna take a stroll up highway, or at least a little look-see. Not going to find anybody, however. Very unfortunate for him, as there are CTs on the bomb site. The tail will make sound, and Pexer will capitalize on that and get the kill. He actually takes out Forsaken as well, who had just taken out Juventa with a headshot. It is now a retake for the 2 CTs rotating off of the B site. They are, in fact, going to save their 2 guns, an M4A4 and an AWP. Their economy isn't too bad at this point. There are possibility for drops from Impale and Foxy, and Kappa. In fact, the only 2 people in not the best of situations economically are Forsaken and Buster. So the save isn't absolutely crucial, but it is probably the best move to make at this point in time so that they can get another full buy on the board and not let Brutality get that 5th round quite yet, because they now have 4 at the end of round 10. We are now starting round 11 6-4 in favor of SemperX. Previous matchup between these 2 teams actually ended up with Brutality winning 16-6 at ESL India. It was the lower semis, the lower bracket semifinals in that tournament, and we are seeing this matchup happen once again. So far, it looks like a more of a good turnout in SemperX's favor, considering they already have those 6 rounds on the board. The CTs are going to throw tons of nades towards Pexer. Only going to hit him for 16 HP, however. Shoots out sunroom window. Foxy holding back of checkers. Was looking for anything. Counter-terrorist playing as passive as ever. However, Impale is pushed up all the way to Squeaky Door. It's going to be a short gunfight, but Juventa will fall to Impale through the door. Very good play in the end from Impale. I was a little worried about him there for a minute, but he will in fact prevail. Ooh, and turns Rix's head into a Jackson Pollock painting. Venom getting 2 on the B-bomb site. Not gonna quite completely take it yet, however, it is just Forsaken with some rotates coming in very quickly. Oh, and those counter-terrorists will catch off those T's off guard. Oh, takes out Forsaken. They now have sight. Impale with the USP, not gonna find anybody. Venom will take him out. It is now just Kappa with that AWP in 5-7. Bomb is now going down. Now, all up to Kappa to get this retake with just an AWP. We've seen plays like this happen before. We've seen plays like this happen before with these teams against each other. However, I don't see it happening right now. Ooh, as soon as I said that, Kappa took out Venom on sight, but while falling in the air will finish him off. A 5th round on the board for Brutality. This is going to be a close game. I can already taste it. Just 11 rounds in. We are now starting the 12th round with the buys. We now have an AWP for the first time on Brutality. They've won 5 rounds now. It is now the 12th round. We are just now seeing AWPs being thrown into play here. Kappa still using that AWP. Dedicated Opper with 4 M4s. Not all A4s. Impale with that A1S because he is deadly accurate, as we have seen so far today. Flashbang out. will actually result in Kappa taking quite a bit of damage before falling back towards Headshot. Looking checkers, gonna fall back towards Heaven. Oh, Ori's gonna stay tree as Fox is Heaven right now. They heard the gunfight. The rotates have happened. However, the Terrace trying to outplay, but Impale. His aim is completely impeccable. He will take out Venom in Garage. Rotates are starting to happen once again. Just one player left on the B bomb site. Impale is watching Squeaky Door. Door's open. Nobody's peeking it yet. Oh, but he hears the shots, and Juvinta will actually give Impale one killer headache. Fixer picks up bomb outside of A site. They got one pick. Now they're going to rotate back once again. These strategies are very interesting. They are playing pure mind games with SemperX. That's what they have to do with players like Impale hitting those crazy shots. However, Impale is in fact down at this point in time. Terrace do wrap around back to towards the A-bomb site. Buster throwing out two flashbangs, gonna try to delay the push for as long as possible. Holding that default angle, will find one, but will be traded by Was. This now retakes once again for SemperX. They have won these. They could easily win this with their killer aim, their killer angles. Ooh, but Rix is just going to completely destroy Forsaken with that AWP. Head is clear off. Smoke going down next to Red. Ooh. And that Molotov actually going to take Rix down to just 33 HP. He is holding truck as hard as he can. Juvinta will sneak up behind and take out Kappa. But Fox is now aware of what's happening. Oh, but he won't quite get the spray, and Juvinta will finish off the round in favor of Brutality. It is now a tie game, 6-6. This is going to be a very close game, very long. Probably gonna end up 16-14. Probably something along those lines. Considering it's currently a tied game, I have no idea who will actually end up on top. It is a very even matchup. However, Impale with 16 frags this early on in the game. First half isn't even over and he's almost breaking 20. Was gonna throw the frag grenade. Check out for. Not gonna hit anybody, however. We are seeing a save from SemperX. However, Impale with the Deeg head armor. He's looking for his killer aim to get him some frags. Gonna shoot through Squeaky Door. Not going to find a kill, however. CTs are holding close angles on the A-bomb site, which right now it looks like that's where the Terrace are setting up their play towards. However, no executions are currently underway. You're hearing these smokes get lined up. Molotovs being thrown. But Brutality has been playing extreme mind games. Was gonna try to spray the A main push, but is not going to actually find any shots with that. CTs are now actually rotating towards B. Teammates heard footsteps, heard a lot of noise going down. While the Terrace are pushed out towards the site, Foxy will take out one, Buster taking out one as well. They will both be traded. And then Buster taking out Venom. Forsaken, it is now just Rix with 7 HP. This is a very important round for SemperX. Winning this full save will not only reset Brutality, but will also kind of break a very important momentous streak from Brutality. Losing to pistols is never fun. Rix is going to try to save that AWP, falling back towards T-spawn. Sit behind or on top of box. Top of box. Trying to get that angle. Hopefully, none of those counter terrorists will push them. They pick up 3 AKs. That is absolutely massive. SemperX most definitely won the half now. They have 3 AK-47s on the CT side. That is not even fair. However, they won those AKs fair and square. Rix will drop 2 AK-47s after saving that AWP. He has the money, and he already has the firepower. Juvinta going to be the only one saving with that Tech 9 and a Molotov with head armor, however. But we are seeing 3 AK-47s and 2 M4A4s. Not looking pretty at all for Brutality this round. It is more of a fair matchup than we would expect. We are seeing another pause. Oh my goodness. Another technical timeout before this round begins. What could it possibly be this time? Because this is, in fact, technical. Lots of technical issues going on here. And we will see what it was after this break. This technical timeout actually looks like it was caused by Kappa lagging. Don't know if the round will be reset, however, by the match admin. Probably not. Didn't really make that big of a difference considering how the round was actually won by SemperX in the end. SemperX will probably want to keep that round after all. Round 14, we saw the buys happening. Probably going to see the exact same buys again. Kappa timed out. Probably resetting his router. Something of that. Restarting his computer. Something along those lines. Waiting for players to rejoin. 1 minute 45 seconds. Strunk is actually a really good server host. I think they are going to be not replacing ESEA, but they are definitely a contender against FACEIT and ESEA. Looks like they have some pretty good Indian servers, as most of the players are practically playing on LAN right now. That 5 ping. Of course, not perfect like LAN. It says 5 ping, really 0 delay. It is potentially still a minute away from the match resuming. Sir Capo will join back very shortly. Technical issues hopefully resolved. Hopefully we don't see any more of these tech timeouts happening. First one was from Brutality, now we're seeing one from SemperX. Freeze time has been cancelled. Kappa didn't join back in time. Forsaken says he's coming in 30 seconds, so the match admin will call another pause. So hopefully this should be back underway very shortly. The admin has paused. So says So Strong. Admin is asking what's up. Oh, potential of this being 9 minutes long. However, Forsaken did assure us that it will take 30 seconds. Okay. They don't know where Kappa went off to. Foxy is calling him. Gonna find out what's up. Hopefully he finds out soon. Or, in fact, hopefully Kappa joins back soon. So that we can get this game underway. Get it done. Get it finished. All those great things. This is gonna be half-defining match coming up here. This round is going to determine who wins the half. Whether SemperX wins and wins the half with this round, or if Brutality wins and stops that momentum from SemperX. It's going to be what they need entirely. And here comes Kappa back at last. Maybe we will see what happened. Pale has asked for another second. Okay. Kappa's gonna have to Alt-Tab. A little bit of weird technical difficulties, but Fox says we are good to go now. Here we go. Seeing if the teams are now ready. Get this match back underway. Kappa once again gone. This is taking a long time for a technical break. However, once that admin pause is over, it tells me it's over. I don't think it's going to come to that, however. I hope for SemperX's sake that that is not what it comes to in the end. Kappa is back, hopefully for the last time. Probably just had to restart his game this time. Hopefully we're going to see very good Not fast, well drawn out round here. This is probably one of the most important matches of this half. It will completely determine who wins the half. Which, if Brutality wins this half, that is absolutely magnificent for them, since they will be going into the CT side with rounds already in their favor. Match is finally live once again. Finally going to see round 14 actually begin here. We're seeing the same buys we saw previously, however, Juventa, now with the UMP, they've had more time to think about their buys, which this isn't ESL or anything. They're allowed to do that, I guess, with these rules. Impale gonna peek into a main and actually take out Rix. That is a good start, one op down. Impale, that secondary, aggressive op, gonna pay off immediately, actually. First kill of the round, just seconds in. Impale falling back to truck, holding that default op angle on the A bomb site. Terrace starting to look towards middle. Shootout vent. But Venom with the AWP is now pushed up. Squeaky. Is he going to give away his position, go for the wall banger? Is he going to wait for the door to open? Doesn't look like either are going to happen. SemperX is playing very, very slowly. They know this round's important. Both teams know how important this round is, as Pexer swoops around red. Oh my goodness, and picks up 2 frags. That is absolutely massive for Pexer and Brutality as a whole. They need to win this round if they want to win this game easily. It is now a retake for the 3 remaining counter terrorists. Can't not believe how Pexer gave 2 players killer headaches. He will actually pick up a 3rd on Fox. He's on the 3K. Ace on the board, probably not going to happen, as these are 2 very highly skilled teams. He's getting aggressive. He is looking for those frags. He wants this more than anything. The 2 counter terrorists are actually going to save, which is very smart for them, as it is going to be 7-7 in the 15th round, the last round of the half. This is probably winning the half for Brutality right now, which is absolutely massive for them, as they will need those rounds going into the CT side, making this very, very possible that they can win this with very little contention from SemperX in the end. You're now in the 15th and final round of the first half. The AWP back on Impale. We are actually going to see a full buy from SemperX, making this completely even. Full AKs in an AWP from the terrorist side. Only seeing 1 AK-47 picked up and saved from Kappa in the previous round. Impale's going to smoke off Garage and look for someone to peek him. He's down to just 50 HP. That corner in the wall saved his life. He will actually get Pexer. How did he win that fight? He had no idea where Pexer was to begin with. Impale is just such a crazy player. One of the best players from India, by far in my opinion. Superstar of SemperX, as seen in his performance this game. He could break 20 in the first half, which is absolutely crazy. However, no one else is going to be crazy enough to peek him. Penta all the way to white box. He is going to peek him, but Impale no longer peeking towards white box. No kill's going to happen there. Terrorists are playing slowly. If they win this round, it will be very easy for them to have that momentum going into the second half. Win that pistol. Oh my goodness, and Juventa takes out Forsaken. Rix takes out Buster. It is now just a 3v4. Gonna end up being yet another retake for the counter terrorist, as Impale is completely smoked and flashed off. 3 flashes gonna completely blind him for a long period of time. Spray will go through the smoke, but he will miss all of those shots onto Impale. Impale looking for the AWP kills, but Rex will actually get it in the end. Kappa flashbang out of Garage. Not going to find anybody quite yet. Once he gets to A main, that contention will probably be a little more common. Fox will fall, and will finish off the round by Ding Dong Dome and Kappa. Very good half from both teams. Very even. This game will be close no matter what happens. Hoping it is not too close, in fact. This pistol could be exactly what SemperX needs, however, Brutality does have that momentum going for them going into this round. We're seeing 18 frags on Impale in just the first half. It's a 0 on Kappa, but we know he has more than that. He left and rejoined and left and rejoined. Absolutely crazy. It's not looking as good for Brutality, however. Many of them left and rejoined as well. Oh, and Impale, he's already in a gunfight. He could win this with his aim, however, he should not peek that with a Glock, as there are in fact 4 counter-terrorists. I'm sorry, 3 counter-terrorists on the A-bomb site. And the plays will start to happen. Juventa and Pexer and Rix will take out 3. Forsaken will take out Pexer as well as taking out Juventa, making this a 3v2 in favor of the counter-terrorists still. However, terrorists now have control of the bomb site unless they get flanked from Fork. Per chance, Buster is waiting there. Gonna find some shots, but no kills. Oh my goodness, and Forsaken and Buster are actually gonna finish off the round. SemperX, they won the round. If Brutality would have won that round, it pretty much would have been GG. It wouldn't have been hard at all for Brutality to turn around and win the game. However, since SemperX won that pistol round on T-side with that Glock, they're going to be able to buy this round. But he's seeing 2 AKs in just the second round. However, that's not too crazy considering Brutality bought AKs second round, while they won their T-side pistol. Forsaken holding very patient angle. He is ready for someone to peek him. Let's see if this passive playstyle goes on into the T side from SemperX. Rix holding a tight angle, not going to find anybody, peeking him garage. These terrorists are holding quite the default position. Probably going to wait until around a minute. Flashes out towards mid. Rix gets the information. Fox will take out Juventa. A main is now under the control of the terrorists. Rix is waiting for the peek out A main. Not going to see it through that smoke quite yet. Something tells me him and Pex are going to get at least 1 frag here. It'd be very impressive to see otherwise happen. Oh, and it will not happen. All of the terrorists are now off of the A-bomb site. Forsaken getting 2 sprays, that cold-esque spray pattern. Kappa taking out Pexer is now just Rix with the scout versus 5. We're not going to see any kind of plays here. Be very surprised if Rix even picks up 1. First it looked like he was going to go for it, but now he's just going to save that armor and that scout. He has head armor as well, and that is very important to keep considering you forced, you're not going to be able to buy. Need that head armor. Need that head armor. Forced up. Player with the most money is Pexer. Rix will actually get a kill on Kappa, which means could have gone for the gun, but he used his best judgment, knew that someone was ready for the trade no matter what. I am willing to bet Impale will push in, take out Rix, or he might just save that UMP, because this early on in this half, it is still very important for all the players to save as many weapons as they can. Interested to see if there's a force around the scout. 2 forces in a row, probably not the best strategy. SemperX is now up by 1 point, 9-8. They're just 7 rounds away. However, Brutality is just 8 rounds away. It is still anybody's game. The 3rd round of the second half. Round 18. Let's see how this goes. Rix holding what a AWP would usually hold with that scout. Going to push up B main, play very aggressive with that scout. Not going to find anybody, however. The majority of the players are towards boost. Ooh, he is down to just 20 HP. Will finish off Forsaken after Forsaken takes out Was. Trade is not quite even. Oh, especially as Buster takes out Juventa. Pexer will take out Fox, but Buster with the 2nd kill. Impale taking out Rix. Impale with 2. Flicks to Venom's head. And gives him 1 killer headache. That is going to be a 10th round on the board for SemperX. Three AKs. 4 AKs on the board for SemperX. However, we're seeing mostly a full buy from Brutality. 1 UMP on Venom. That's to be expected, however. There haven't been really many game-defining plays. This is just such an even matchup, or at least these teams are playing, or have researched each other's playstyles so much. However, these are all players that have played with each other, played against each other multiple times. They know exactly what's coming. About those aim duels, it's about trying to outthink every player at an individual level. Sprays into A main, not going to find anybody, however. Very, very slow play from the terrorists. This patient playstyle has been paying off for them. They're 2 rounds up. This patient playstyle could very easily win them the game. They are just 6 rounds away now. If they win this, be in the home stretch, the final 5, as I like to call it. However, the game is still way too close to tell. Even with that equipment value, there's just a $600 difference in favor of SemperX. SemperX will make the call out towards mid. The 2 are up boost. Not going to find anybody, however. Fox will fall down. Look for anything he can. And Fox will actually take out Rix. Gonna give him the bullet brain. Now 4v5. Fox with just 34 HP. Was waiting there. Actually gonna take out Fox. Will he find another? He will find Impale as well. Oh, and actually taking out Buster. Oh my goodness. Was 100% won that round for Brutality. That was a very important play from Was. Keeps them alive. Keeps the dream alive for both teams. Oh. Gonna be easy round for Brutality. All thanks to Was and his insane flick shot with that M4A4. I am actually just now starting to process that that was a flick headshot with the M4, which means he didn't hit once, he hit twice, which is kind of crazy to think about it. We're going to see a lot of shots towards mid. Nobody's going to hit each other. Wasting a ton of rounds down mid. However, with how fast these executions have been going through, wouldn't surprise me if they even need all those rounds. Patient play from both teams. Brutality trying to match up SemperX's playstyle. Especially since it worked out so well last round. From Was holding that angle, not pushing out, not getting too aggressive, just winning the gun duels one by one at a time. However, 2 counter terrorists are going to push A main. They're not going to find anything. So, callout's probably made either mid or B. However, Hexer is ready for someone to push him A main. He knows that they're around there. At least one is. Heard him on the stairs. The falls back from Z. Afraid of a push through that smoke, which looks like that's what Impale wanted to do. Gonna check highway. Flashbang's gonna fall out. All the way up towards the box. Gonna try to spray and eventually get it on Rix. Kinda sloppy from Impale. But Kappa and Buster will pick up the slack. Picking up 2. Impale picking up his own slack and taking out Juvinta. Making it just Pexer versus the entirety of SemperX. This is gonna be an 11th round. We are now entering the home stretch for SemperX. They only need to win 5 more after this round. Well, because let's face it, Hexer is not even trying to pick up this round for his team, which, can you blame him? It's 1 M4A4 against 5 AK-47s. Now just 4 as he takes out Fox. Position is now known. About 30 seconds left on the bomb. Getting on top of that box, probably not the best decision, as Impale will find his 3rd, taking out Pexer, winning the round a little bit early. However, the round was already won the second that bomb went down. Now, 11-9 in favor of SemperX. Looking at the HLTV ratings of all these players, SemperX does have the individual skill per player over Brutality. In fact, the average rating is around 0.85 on Brutality, and it's actually around 1.1 on SemperX, which is a very big gap. However, these teams aren't playing against tier 1s, they're just playing against other Indian teams for the most part. To actually with that P250. Gonna find Foxy. Going to not be able to pick up that AK. Pale will take out Rix. Now 4v4. Not looking good for Brutality with those pistols. However, Venta's already gotten one with that P250. How many more could he possibly get? Probably not many. Fighting headshot on red. Gonna outright get on top now. Here's a Molotov. He's kind of second guessing himself. He's dedicated. He's low on HP. He just needs to get that information for his team. Flashbang gonna fall out, and SemperX is actually going to fall away from A. Towards garage, and then probably towards B main. As that mid play has always been very risky. SemperX has won out almost every single mid duel, however. Venom throwing out the flash from behind box. Will fall out, and will be taken down by Forsaken. Not a hard round for SemperX. They just can't be too aggressive. They can't get too cocky. Kappa will find Venta, and Pale and Kappa will finish off the round. Bomb plant gonna go down after time. No money boost for you, SemperX. Now just 4 rounds needed for SemperX to win this game. Brutality picked this up. They have a chance. They have a fighting chance to win this game. With just pistols, I'm not seeing it happening this round, however. But if they can break SemperX's momentum and build some of their own momentum, they could easily tie this up. Probably not this round, but maybe next round. Bring it to 13-13. They're only 3 rounds behind right now. Before after this round, I am counting my eggs before they hatch. This round has barely even started. We're seeing the same angles played from all the players that we have previously. Pector gonna find out too, but will be taken out by Impale, who will be traded by Rix. Easy frags all across the board. Nobody looking at each other. When Rix jumps through the smoke, we'll take out Fox, but Buster and Forsaken will finish off the round. Forsaken getting 2. We are now, however, going to see the full buy coming from Brutality. This is what they need to tie up the game. This is what they need to get that momentum on the board. They are completely screwed if they do not win this round. This is the most important round for Brutality so far this game. Let's see if this pays off. We are seeing the AWP on Brutality, on Rix. No AWP for SemperX. They don't need it. They've been doing just fine, just AKs. A lot of utility being used in the first few seconds of the round. Delaying pushes, starting pushes, what have you. Buster, watching Squeaky, pushing him quite yet. Looked like we were going to see something happen there with Rix with the AWP. He fell back. No one pushed him. He's not going to push unnecessarily. Now seeing Hale towards Squeaky as well. When the counter terrace does decide to push that, they're in for a mighty surprise. Kappa now down to 52 HP. After 2 people spraying at each other through the smoke, neither going to find any shots of any importance on each other. However, a little bit of damage done to both. Was now just 74 HP. Venta is now full flashed in mid. Makes the call out. Some rotates will happen, however. All of the terrace now pushing towards A main. Gonna be an A exit, it looks like. Venta gonna push in, not take any damage. That's a very good information for his team. You saw at least 2 pushing in there. So they know that this is going to be an execute. Venta will actually take out Impale. Oh my goodness, and this could be the round Brutality needs. It's a 3v3. Oh, but Kappa will get 1 and Pexer will get 2 before being taken out by Buster. It is now a 1v2. This is what Brutality need to keep this dream alive for them. Win this game. Oh, and Buster will take out Was. It is now just a 1v1 from Venom. If Buster wins this, it will be the 4K and will very likely be the game. Venom will now have to defuse as well, however. Just a 1v1. There's no retake possible. Venom's gonna straight up outplay here and will take out Buster. Very important round for Brutality. They have a fighting chance now. Gonna pick up the AK before defusing the bomb. The long 10-second defuse, but he has plenty of time. Get outplayed, Buster. Venom just crawled on top of Red and took your head off. Didn't even look. I mean, Brutality has been completely relying on them outthinking SemperX at every corner, because that's all they can do. SemperX is full of great fraggers, high headshot percentages compared to their lower headshot percentages. In fact, the highest HS percent on Brutality is actually on Venom, who has a 48.8%. The rest of them are well under 45% headshot percentage. Ooh, Hexer's gonna take out Kappa and get another on Impale. This is the momentum they need. Fox will take out Rix, but it is already just a 4v3. 3 AKs on SemperX. Not looking good for Brutality, especially since Juventa will take quite a bit of damage. Now with 4v3, Juventa throwing the frag grenade towards the A-bomb site. Not going to find any damage, however. Oh my goodness. Venom will take out Foxy King. Oh, Forsaken. He's gonna get the spraying. Keep on spraying. He lagged out. There's no way he did not lag out. We're gonna see another technical pause after this. There's no way that was intentional. Unless he's throwing the round. Venom will finish off the round. There is a pause coming in. He did in fact lag out. That was not pretty. Wonder if that round is even going to count, or if they're going to have to replay it now. Forsaken lagged very hard there. Just shooting towards the sky. Let's see if Forsaken's ping gets any better. His computer gets any better. Ping's kind of high, considering how close all these players are to each other. Same country, same area. They've all played with and against each other before. Let's see how this pause goes. Very close game still. Looked like SemperX was going to win without any contest, but 2 rounds in a row now for Brutality. Kind of momentum they need to win this game. Forsaken timed out, probably restarting his computer. Lots of technical issues going on here, making the game longer than I had expected, but very good game so far. Very evenly matched. There's no massive plays going out from really anybody. We saw Was get that 3K, a very important 3K, a few rounds ago, but aside from that, no massive plays that have really had too much of an impact from any specific player. Of course, it's now looking more even than ever for Brutality. However, Impale has 10 more kills than the second highest frag, which is Buster. Not any particular crazy plays. Impale has just been consistently hitting his shots this entire matchup. 6 MVPs on him. It is not looking good for Brutality, however. They have full guns. They have an AK, they have 3 M4s and an AWP. We don't know if Impale's gonna buy up or not. I can't imagine them not buying out, considering the money they have. So, we are going to see this round happen as soon as Forsaken makes his way back, hopefully fixing his lag issue. That was not pretty. We might even have to see last round be replayed, because that was definitely affecting the game. He had just gotten a frag as well. He could have kept it going, won the round for SemperX, won them the game without a hitch. Alright. Power cut, and Pale says, waiting 2 minutes or the sub is there. Ventus says, take your time, so I will as well. Gonna make sure my voice is nice and coated by this tea. I will be back when the round is back. Looks like Impale is now calling the substitute, which is a shame. So close for the end of the game for SemperX. Too bad for Forsaken. Hopefully he can make it back in time and the sub will not be needed. It is possible, however. Could be this sub's time to shine, however, if Forsaken cannot make it back. Hopefully it shouldn't put too much of a wrench in SemperX's plan to win this matchup. We're now seeing How You Doing aka Starboy. Round is now underway. Forsaken, RIP. Rest in peace. Rest in power outages. Hope to see you next game. However, let's see if Starboy can pick up where you left off. Keep the dream alive for SemperX. Still a full buy for Brutality. We are in fact going to see default towards the A-bomb site, which we always see, and we've seen them rotate towards B, and we've seen a lot of different plays from SemperX, which is what they need against a team that is seemingly mainly reliant on their strategy for this game. Buster waiting outside of Squeaky once again, gonna push further in. As Impale pushes through Z, we'll see the shadow and start the spray before Rix even knows he's there, and will eventually finish him off. Venta looking for a trade. Not gonna quite find it yet. He hears him and will take him out. Get ding dong domed, Impale. Terrace now at A main. Pushing out towards the A-bomb site. Venta will take out Kappa. Let's see if he can pick up any more frags here from Quad. Hexer will fall the Fox. Juventa ready to get the trade. Not going to quite have the opportunity to push out, but will take out Buster. Juventa will take out Starboy. And Fox going to get one more kill before Juventa finishes him off with the 4K. Impressive, but no massive plays once again. It's impressive how many frags these players can get, but they're so evenly matched. Brutality is now just one round away from tying up this game. We're gonna have to see something insane, like a one-tap, something crazy impressive. Juventa's playing incredibly smart. I mean, how couldn't he against a team like SemperX? He's not gonna outfrag them by aim. It is going to be purely reliant on his skill as a player. Rick's trying to get some damage done to his boost. SemperX now full saving. This is going to be the tie. Oh my goodness. SemperX win this. They can win the game very easily, but if they lose this, it's going to be tied once again. It's going to be starting all over. However, it's just going to be first to 3. Lot of counter terrorists ready for the push towards B. Venoman was gonna get a couple kills there. However, the bomb is out towards A. Actually, bomb is down outside of A main, waiting for Impale to pick it up, come plant. Not that good though, as the retake is already going to be underway from the counter terrace. Hopefully, thoughts get the best of them, but Rix will catch out Impale. Oh my goodness! But Impale with the 1D, he will eventually fall to Was, but that 1D happening at all is absolutely crazy. He's gonna dome him, and Was is gonna get the HE kill. SemperX win this? Be crazy for Starboy to actually get any of these frags. He will get one through the wall, falling back onto Was. Venom will finish him off, and will tie the game after all. Bringing that to a 1v1 in the end? Absolutely crazy. Starboy is now gone. The sub is now ripped. We're gonna see Forsaken join back. At least it seems. 13-13. Oh. It's not even to say that Starboy was doing bad. He almost won that round for SemperX. Oh my goodness gracious. We're going to see a buy coming in finally from SemperX. Finally, I mean, they full saved one round, and now, after almost winning the round, they are going to be buying out. Full AKs, head armor, the works. They need to win this round. They do not win this round. This is GG. Brutality wins. Forsaken now back, however. Could be some easy frags for Forsaken. He could have stood up, stretched, gotten his mind cleared, back into the game now. That is one of the luxuries of these online matches. This match being played through so strong. I'd say the main competitor to face it, not necessarily ESEA. ESEA is kind of different from the others, but match should be live anytime soon. Players are calling that they are ready. Now, just completely up. 2 bulls. Edmund is waiting for confirmation that everybody is ready. This is a best of 1. Set up like it's supposed to be a best of 3, map 1 of 1. Get it together, so strong. I'm just kidding. I love you guys. You guys organized this tournament. I don't think I've ever seen so strong actually advertised in a tournament setting. Well, I've seen them advertised in a tournament setting, but I've never seen them advertised as the host for a tournament before. The pause is still going on. So ready to see this run happen. It's going to be the most important round of the game. I want to stand up out of my chair, but I might just get a little too excited if I do that. Match is now live. Hexer called for it. Fox called for it. We're now going to see this round happen. Both these teams are probably just so nervous right now, and I'm so excited to see how this plays out. Both teams incredibly skillful. Some of the best players in India right here. 2 minutes on the clock. Let's go. Quick default towards the A bomb site. We're actually going to see a peek, and directly under the boost area, going to be Pexer and Rix. Going to see counter boost starting. Oh, the sound is going to be made. They are no longer going to be able to do it, but it actually works out. Pexer and Rix get 2. Oh my goodness, if Brutality wins this, that's pretty much GG unless an absolute miracle happens from SemperX. However, just 2 falling. Still 3v5, still winnable for SemperX in the end. Especially considering they now have the A bomb site. They just actually have to have the position. Buster will take out Pexer, but will fall the Rix. Folks will fall. Fox steps out just a second too soon. It's now 2v3, however, the CTs are now on a retake. Fox playing from quad. Capo playing from default. Round red. Vinta ready to push in from truck. Rix is already there. Oh, and was taking out Fox. Oh my goodness. Was finishing off the round. It's going to be 14 for Brutality. That might as well be GG. Might as well be GG. SemperX has no money. I mean, they have money, but if they lose this round, it's going to be bad. Going to be very, very bad. Brutality, not looking so hot considering their 5-round win streak. Forsaken with a ton of money, though. Not sure how much of that he's actually allowed to use. It looks like they're not restricting him. Even though he was gone for a couple of rounds and has that money built up. Not sure if that's really fair. I'm sure the tournament admin will say something if anything significant is done with that money. You can see the boost up on top of Shroud. Pale pushed all the way down Squeaky. Gonna peek out. Not gonna find anything, however. I think 2 AKs, 3 M4 A4s. Still anybody's game, however. Strongly going towards Brutality now as Pexer just completely domes Buster. Forsaken will get the trade. Rix taking out Impale. Trade after trade after trade. 3v3. Fox going to get his 2nd kill of the round. Onto Juvinta. Gonna take the bomb site. Bomb's going down. Was trying to get the spray through smoke. Not gonna find any kills, however. Retake for the counter terrorist and Kappa. Oh, Venom get toggled by Kappa right there. Was is gonna get the kill on Fox, but now it is just Was. He will fall to SemperX. It is tied once again. This matchup is absolutely insane. Such great plays from both teams. Such skill from both teams. Impale about to drop a 30. Forsaken close behind with a 25. And an even team all around from Brutality. Seeing a pause. Probably a tactical. Brutality. I'm trying to break that momentum before it even starts. Brutality is great at playing mind games. It's what they've been doing all game. And this is what they need to do. Would not surprise me if they use this timeout exclusively as an opportunity to get in the heads of SemperX. What are they thinking? What are they doing? How can we outplay them? They're probably thinking of those defaults that SemperX has been playing all half, and actually been winning rounds by playing just an A-site default. Many rounds in a row now, and actually almost winning that pistol round. It is not very good for Brutality. However, they know that SemperX has built up this strategy that they're probably going to stay with. However, they have a chance to talk now too. They could be knowing that that's exactly what Brutality is doing. Just, we have to see what happens to see how these conversations actually went down. Oh, save now from Brutality. Could be the 16-14 SemperX. Forsaken is actually bought down to 43.50. Don't know how much money he built up over those 2 rounds, but he had a lot of money last round. Actually, not sure if the admin is aware of that at this point in time, but I don't think it has that much of an effect because the rest of his team was able to buy regardless last round, and they won. Forsaken, he got a frag or 2 here and there, but he didn't have too big of an impact. And even so, he had enough money for an AK for himself, and so did all of his teammates. Just trying to think of what the admin would do in a situation like this. The round's now starting. We're seeing a full save from Brutality. Could be what SemperX needs. Brutality saving for the tie, which is exactly what they need to do. SemperX easily win this game right here, right now. They have full utility. They have head armor. They have AK-47. The formula is set in favor of SemperX. Menta holding very tight up Squeaky. That A default that they are so used to not being played. There's nobody watching Squeaky. Juventa's not going to find any of those kills. Hale's actually starting to fall back towards his default position, but will keep on going towards Garage. Gonna be a B main default, however. These counter terrorists are ready for it. There are 4 already near site, ready for the push in. Rex could be outplaying. They could be duping all of these counter terrorists. There's nobody currently on site. It's just Juventa and Squeaky, who will actually be caught out. Will have to fall back, or else he will lose that fight. Just the P250, who's hoping that 1-tap close-range headshot. Venom has already fallen. It's already a 4v5. Texas gonna push, get the AK, not be able to get a follow-up kill on Forsaken. Kappa will get a kill on Rix. This is gonna be GG. Unless the tie happens, which is very possible. Kappa gets another kill on Was. Finishes off the round on Juventa. We've seen 2 4Ks that haven't really been that impressive as plays so far this game. Just because they've been against anti-ecos and they've just been outplaying other players. There've been a couple impressive plays this game, but for the most part, this is completely evenly matched. We're seeing a force buy up from Brutality. They save for the tie. See if it pays out for them, but I don't think it will. SemperX still has that full AK setup. Kappa tries to spray through the wall. He's not going to find anybody, but he lets his presence be known. Interesting to not see an AWP on SemperX. With Kappa having enough, whether or not Forsaken is allowed to use that 7200 doesn't even matter at this point. Kappa could have bought himself an AWP. He is the Opper, however. The way they've been playing Cash, the way they have been setting up these defaults, don't really favor an Opper. Double smokes out Garage. Rix will call it. No rotates yet, however. Just 1 down highway. Flashbangs out. That's probably enough to call at least 1 rotate. That Molotov is really starting to look like an execute towards mid, however. Only 2 players are actually there. They're just throwing grenades to make it seem like there are tons and tons of terrorists there. However, it's just 2, with the 3rd coming in, setting up for being able to make a trade. However, bomb is headed towards the B bomb site. So smart from SemperX. I cannot believe that they are outplaying Brutality this hard. They're playing them like a fiddle as Impale gets the first pick on Venom. It's now just a 4v5. 3 FAMASas, 1 M4A, 1 S. Fox will fall, but Impale will get the trade. Kappa takes out Kappa takes out Vinta. Will get a kill on Impale. This is a 2v3. Bomb has been planted. Post-plant scenario for the counter-terrorists. This is going to be GG. There's no way these 2 FAMASas could take out 3 AK-47s at this close of a range. Gonna try to find the wall bang. Not gonna find any, but Kappa will actually find it on Was. Pexer. Oh, he gets the kill. If he starts the defuse, he could possibly get it, but he is not going to stick it. He knows that is far too risky and will fall to Forsaken. SemperX will win the game. Oh, RIP Brutality. They do have more chances to go on to the ROG Masters South Asia Regional Finals. Very smart last round from SemperX. 100% won them the game right there.